happy new week, Ken, and a wonderful new month to you, because since the month of September started, I think it's the first time Campus Connect has come on board, and it's a wonderful experience here already. I tell you that the month of September is going to be wow, and we're going to experience a very tremendous one. Away from that, the 9th month in the year 2024, and it's okay, a young you suck it, and I'm hopeful that the month of September will birth good things for you and I and our families too. And the voice listening to is that of JULIUS and NSIKAK, and I'm here on the program Campus Connect on Memory 106.5 FM, and I tell you, sit tight, let's explore the campus world. For now, before I come back for the main program, we go for a short break, a music break. Our producer, EP the official. Stay tuned. God bless you.
Leave me alone now.
It's too loud, Jesus.
It's too loud.
Of course, if you're on September, you should have sense. Among other things, you shouldn't have that inculcation of sense in all you do in armification. And welcome to the program. We are joining us and listening to Campus Connect on Memories 106.5 FM, the always memorable station. I tell you that. And I said earlier, I am JULIUS and NSIKAK, and today in the house I have a very gentleman who has, of course, in the terrain of broadcasting. He is not an alien, very familiar with the words and the latest how to ventilate here on the air. I'm talking about Guardian Gems. It's good to have you in the house.
Thank you, Julius. Second time being here, I should say.
I love that sound. It looks so thunderous.
Wow.
All right, and today, I program means in a make one, but my strike co-host, she's traveled to a foreign country like that. I'm thinking, we're talking about what we'll meet again next week. I'm sure about that. She's going to be around. So we're going to be on board today talking about fashion. And of course, this is a fashion month. The month where we have your fashion week, but of course, that's why if you have seen me right here, behind of me, my clothes, the back of my back is designed neat. It's fashion already. I'm trying to showcase the fashion, the season, the month of fashion. So Today we'll be talking about fashion, and you know, talking about fashion is a broad one, and it connects plenty of things. So I won't talk it out myself. I'll allow the guests in the house gathering to tell us about it. What is fashion?
Do you want me to talk about fashion or
Like,
your
let's
fashion?
let's talk about fashion first. Let's get into fashion.
Okay, for me, fashion is like presentation.
Okay.
Okay, so when you dress up, what is your intention? What are your motive? What are you presenting? Okay, if I have coffee, biceps, and I want you to see it, I'll wear something that hugs me, and then when you see me, you'll be like, wow, this guy looks good. He's been doing some gym stuff. So, but if I have other features I want you to see, so I'll present that. So fashion is a lifestyle. Is what you put on to show up. Is what you put on to show it, to represent, to make a statement. So, for instance, you want to go to the beach. You don't need to wear a suit to the beach, for crying out loud. Okay. So
Not crying out loud.
No, not loud. I don't
Not
like.
I too, but low.
Okay, so you want to go to the court, you don't need to put on raincoat to the court. So I hear people say, oh, you don't have to wear this to church, and you don't have to wear that to church. And I ask a simple question, for crying out loud again.
Okay.
If you want to go to the court, you should know how to dress to a court.
Okay.
If you want to go for a party or dinner, you should know what to wear. So for crying out loud, the third time, if you want to go to church, please dress for the church. Don't go and offend people up and down. You know.
I'm very much aware that every profession and everything we do, there is a code of dressing.
Of course.
And it's very trite for professionals to also adhere to their code of dressing, because it speaks and defines them breezily for people around who don't know who they are.
Thank you.
And of course, it speaks better volumes of you. Even if you want to look good, dress well, even it's expensive to look good. And you know what? I was doing a research on fashion. I discovered that fashion is the most general term and applies to any way of dressing, behaving, writing, or performing that is favored to at any one time or place. And you talk about you were looking at fashion as a wear, fashion as the dress, as the look, but
as a statement, I mentioned that as a statement, as a lifestyle,
as
a presentation.
That's when you now capture my point of writing and performing. And this is Campus Connect, and then we talk about student, how to embrace good fashion sense, So let's get to know how can the student, because recently this rule that you don't dress well, you don't enter the school premises, and it's a wow and a better development to us. So let's get to what's your idea on fashion sense in the tertiary institution for students?
Okay, so I think the question to ask again is, why are you in school?
Okay.
To learn.
All right.
So that's why when they give you that piece of paper, they say worthy in character and learning.
All right.
So you could be worthy in learning, but not in character. So character could include your fashion sense.
Oh, okay.
So you're trained in such a way that when they say you are from this institution, it speaks volume in every sense of the word, that you represent, you're ambassador of that institution. So when you're in school, if there's an instruction, if there's a dress code, you should dress accordingly.
Like law students who go on white and black.
Yes. And I think that should apply to, perhaps not every day, but a particular day in the week should be the code for the faculty or the department that you are in. Because if you don't do that, people will feel free to dress anyhow they want. And they'll tell you, it's me, it's my body, I like to showcase it anyhow I want it. But hey, you cannot, because you live amongst people. So if you're dressing kind of offend somebody, just like if you don't smoke and I poof, smoke of some fumes or cigarette, you won't like it. It offends you, right?
It will ooze.
Okay, so I think beyond the course you went to study, you should also learn how to dress well, and dress to make sense, dress to be addressed, dress not to offend. That's it.
if I'm to deduce from what you just said, that you're going to the institution to learn, you also have to learn more than just the learning.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to pick up good fashion sense.
That's what they call extracurricular activities.
Okay.
So
fashion is a part of is an extracurricular activity.
Absolutely.
I just got to know that today.
For instance, what we do, the media,
Okay.
of course, you need to look presentable.
That's true.
We don't need to hear you on air and then the next time maybe we see you on TV and your dressing is questionable and like,
Okay.
wow, is this the person?
You know when I started doing MC in event and occasions and so on.
You do that?
Yeah, of course I do that. Someone told me, Julius, I like the fashion sense. And okay, you didn't overdress. It was okay. I love that. And I said, my dear, I didn't have to overdress.
But truth be told, I'm not a very fashionable person like that.
Okay.
I just covers me and makes me look. Good.
Now we are looking at decency in
Okay.
fashion.
Oh yeah.
Decency in
that's it.
fashion, because to create this new era for our students to understand fashion is not about wearing being looking naked, going out naked. Its definition, it's fashion to them.
Okay.
And for them.
I'm glad you say that.
Yeah, it's fashion for them, and to them they see as right, as is right. To the other person is not right.
True.
And so the deviation and the variations in thought and in school of jurisprudence too. So let's get to know what should be done to maintain a decency in fashion.
Okay, so we all come from different families, different orientation, cultures, religion, and all that.
Okay.
But when you get to a place, they used to say when you go to Rome, you behave like the Romans. So when you go to the higher institution and whichever it is, you need to follow the rule. Contrary. So you follow the rules, and then in time, even though it may not feel comfortable, you don't like to dress in a particular way. For instance, our ladies might like to wear something very easy, so it can be washed, it can be dried before you know it. So, but they say, oh, you need to put on suit, you need to do this. It may not be comfortable for a start, but for the sake of where you are,
the purpose of where you are,
and why you need to do it.
Okay.
Because in the future, you may not like what you used to do, and you'll be saying, oh, thank God that I was put through the right way. And so, I think if we keep telling our students the right thing to do, with time, they'll get to follow, and then they dress well, and then look presentable.
Of course, it is very expedient to identify with the fashion, your dress code. Like you see a nurse going on white, you see a lawyer white and black, sometimes going with a jacket, and it speaks volume, defining the personalities and what they do. And so for you to join this program, this conversation is about fashion. What do you think the fashion is? What do you have to say about fashion? Your fashion sense? What's your idea of fashion, about fashion? So the phone lines are open now, 0803 085 7755 or 0809 066 6909. So you call into the program, and then let's hear from you what you think fashion is. So the thing, this is a 21st century and new development, new ideas. They say new fashion senses come this day. So let's get to know about from you. What is this fashion? How is your fashion sense like? What's your developmental aspect and prospect on fashion?
Okay, so I just before the callers begin to chip in, I hope it is not 21st century fashion means you should go hair wire, like do anything you want.
You know, fashion is really a very wonderful thing. But I'll get that question back to you to give us an answer.
Wow,
what do you think the 21st century fashion sense is like? Because looking up the 1990s, 1980s, 1970s, the development here, the new revamp setting of fashion, where we now with pencil. Before we used to have from Fela to.
I'll help you on that. Fashion is being on a circle, coming up and going and coming back and like that. If you want to put a pin on, say, oh, this is how these people used to dress, it'll shock you that kind of dressing was there before.
Okay.
And then people just reinvented it, and then it makes sense for the people of the age. So Fashion goes, fashion comes, and more additions, and then more accessories, and that's how.
Alright, so the phone lines are 0803 085 7755 or 0809 066 6909. So back to you, Godwin, looking at the then and the now, the present and the now of fashion and how fashion is, and looking at the tertiary institutions which we are familiar with and how things are done. Let's look at the merit of really embracing this 21st century fashion sense without. Okay, we have a call here.
Okay, where's the caller?
Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. Oh, please call back. Then that's network. I said the phone lines are 07755 or 0809 or 666909. We are here to talk about fashion, the 90s and the present. Which of them do you think is this, should be best preferred? Because,
Is that to me?
and that to you.
Wow.
Away from sentiment.
I don't like offending myself by saying, oh, this is my best or my favorite. No. I think I like good fashion.
Okay.
I like good fashion. Anything good, I like it. Like, somebody can dress up with an Enquiry well done by some designer, and you'll be like, wow. And then some other person just show up with a t-shirt and jean and sneakers to go, you like it. So I think however you're going to do it, is it casual, is it official, is it native? And that native could be somebody's native, quite native, presentable. So that's how it should be. Fashion should make you make a statement, and if you're like.
All right, you have a caller here. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, welcome to the show. Your name, where you calling from? Where exactly in Nigeria are you calling
the
from?
whole country.
Hello? Okay. What about fashion? What's the contribution? What's the contribution for the topic? What is your contribution? Your contribution? Oh my God.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, okay, just
Okay.
check the number and call it again, please. It's 03 085 7755 0809 066 6909. Alright, so today we're talking about fashion, the big word fashion. So let's get to okay, let's talk about we have people who are listening to us, okay, fine. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I want to know who you are.
Oh, you are live on Memories 96.5 FM.
Huh?
You're live on radio.
On radio.
96.5
5
Memories FM.
Okay.
Alright, let's check them back call again. Alright, please, if you're on the call, the lines, I called it earlier, 0803 085 7755 0809 066 6909. So let's talk about fashion, back to you, Godwin, because
Sure.
we want to how should we promote decency according to your definition of decency and definition of fashion.
Did I define it? Okay, my definition of fashion.
Of fashion. So let's talk about decency in fashion, in how to promote decency in fashion in our tertiary institution, since it's a campus program.
I think we need to go back to the word, those very familiar words that says charity begins at home.
Okay.
So Justina can begin abroad, but let charity begin. Your young people, your children, how to dress well. From the very young age, they will know how to carry themselves, the charisma, the courage they need to act from it.
Talking about that particular familiar word, training up a child in the way it should go and when. We see some people, some students, some individuals who from home get to school and then become something extra. The doctrine, the teachings of the parents. What can you do on that particular?
Well, I think because we're on air, that's why you're asking. But obviously, you persons never had the freedom to just be free.
Okay,
So they get to a place where they are totally free and they abuse the freedom.
Okay.
And some persons were like that right from the start. To stop them, you get into trouble.
Okay.
So that being said, those kind of persons you will always have with you.
Okay.
Like it or yes.
All right, it is very true that no matter what we and us continue to do, there is always a tendency to deviate from some doctrines.
We speak that.
Of course.
It's a mix.
Automatically.
I mean, to wake up.
So that's what we do, about fashion. It's all about you. And it's about your interpretation of fashion, because if you the way you understand fashion would show in and on you, because the way you write, the way you present matters, the way you dress, you could just pick up an Ankara and tie your hair, tie your leg, and tie your hands, and then the fashion, and someone copies tomorrow. So let's get your words, your parting shot, because at time we couldn't and it's a
pity we didn't get a chance to talk about your fashion.
No, that's because for one of time we didn't have to do that, because the fashion week is I said earlier, this is the month of fashion.
Okay.
This is your fashion month. The month of September 20 to 22nd is coming up. That's why I brought the topic to, because it's a trending matter.
Okay.
Fashion, and we know how our students will really participate in this. Come, my man's in this. I made a pencil track. I made a suit. Talk dress. And of course, it's expected to attract the fashion and lifestyle community from across the country, Nigeria, and we'll be hosted at the BOM. So let's for just one word from you. What's your expectation from this fashion week?
Yeah, I think Akwa Ibom is the best place to come host events like that, because we are very fashionable people. I mean, we are wonderful in all sense of the word. No apologies to those who are not from Akwa Ibom. As a matter of fact, as long as you are from Nigeria, you're from Akwa Ibom. I mean, everybody is embraced here, and it is an opportunity for people to come know not just our dressing, our food, our culture, the way we welcome people, our language. If you don't know it, just try and know something, one or two. Come know Akwa Ibom, come live your fashion week, come and know how we do things.
That's very true, because the Akwa Ibom State is an accommodating home for everyone. You can domicile it for more than 50 years and have a problem, because the Akwa Ibom State I do okay. I have a Akwa Ibom State I do okay. Every quarter over the whole world, I'm so more like somewhere.
It's bad.
So that's for that today, members on the 5 FM on the program Campus Connect. We talked about fashion. We defined fashion as being the most general in term that applies to any way of dressing, behaving, writing, and performing that is favored to an on time or place. In other words, it's used interchangeably to describe the creation of clothing, footwears, accessories, cosmetics, and jewelries of different culture.
Too much grammar. For me, fashion is what you put on to show up.
Those definitions were not from me, from research, But from me, according to my definition, fashion is just the wears, where they can just come up with that fashion, that kind of creativity, and then that can mesmerize a lot of people, or should I say fascinate them. I
thought I was a guest on this show.
Alright, so your parting shot, please, before we...
Okay, be fashionable and exude that confidence.
Today we had Godwin James on the program Campus Connect. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
Oh, pleasure having you. Alright, our listener, I know it is an honor again, and don't leave the station. Stay tuned on Memorability the 5 FM. On the program here today, we'll have you again next weekend. Stay tuned. God bless you. My name is JULIUS NSIKAK.